Free money. Yes, I'm going to tell you how to get free money when you're buying a home, assuming you're a first-time home buyer. So let's talk about that. It's with the Freddie Mac Borrow Smart program. So what does that mean? Well, first of all, let's start with what the heck is Freddie Mac. So you probably have heard of Fannie Mae, maybe you've heard of Freddie Mac. Those are the two quasi government owned entities that basically make up mortgage industry. So Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, they are here to help mortgage lenders. So let's say at the end of this month, our company closes $2 billion worth of mortgages. As rich as our owner is, they may not have $2 billion times 12 for $24 billion to make these mortgages. So when loans are closed, they are then, a lot of them, the ones, the majority of them are then sold to Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac or somewhere in Wall Street. But Fannie and Freddie helps set the guidelines. They buy these mortgages so that we can get our $2 billion back and we can go lend more loans to more people that want to buy or refinance homes. So that's what Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae are. They're the government agencies. um, GSAs is what they're called. So all that's to say, Freddie Mac has a program called a Borrow Smart. It's a grant. So what this means is that if you're a first-time home buyer, and first-time home buyer in the mortgage world just means that you haven't owned a home in the last 3 years. So if you have not been a home owner in the last 3 years, you are technically a first-time home buyer in the mortgage world. So as a first-time home buyer, if your median or if your house, pardon me, if your income is 80% of the average median income for an area, you can qualify, you may qualify for this program. And the Borrow Smart program says this, it's a grant, means free money at closing. They give you 1,250 bucks or more, depends on the area, but just let's use 1,250. So it's literally a free $1,250 for qualifying for this program. So how do you get it? It's making sure you work with a lender who knows about it and knows how to get it and how you qualify for it. So Freddie Mac, again, as I mentioned, is the government program. So if you go get a conventional loan through Freddie Mac and you are at 80% or less the area's median income, then in that instance, you could qualify for this program, get 12 free 12, 1,250 bucks. You do not. Normal, like other down payment assistance programs, this is a grant, but there are other down payment assistance programs, there are other grants out there. And a lot of times those things have teeth, meaning I know one in particular, you have to live in the home as your primary home for 9 years. And if you don't, you got to repay the money that you got at closing. In this instance, it's free money. As long as you're buying this to live in the home, and you do have to live there for 1 year, but that's kind of with all primary homes. Like they don't want you to, move in and move out in 6 months. But the reality is, if you buy this home, first time home buyer, and you're under that 80% mark or less, now the question you might ask is, gosh, how do I know what that area median income is? We'll put a link down here somewhere down below and you can access it and you can go in and type in, the house you're looking for, 123 Main Street. It'll tell you what the median income is for that area. And then they'll ask you then questions about your income and they will tell you if you qualify or not. So this does have to be used in conjunction with a Freddie Mac first. So you got to do a Freddie Mac loan, and Freddie Mac's awesome. A lot of times you see this getting used with Home Possible. That's another Freddie Mac program with income limitations. You have lower MI requirements and things like that, to where it's like it saves you money. So understand that we will make sure, as the Mortgage Mark team does, we're going to make sure that you qualify for it, make sure we're looking at all the different options. And it's really frustrating because I'd say, I don't want to say most, but I would say there are a lot of mortgage lenders out there that don't look at this program or don't know about it or don't use it, which is frustrating because they're literally leaving $1,200 on the table for their clients for free money. So you do have to be a first-time home buyer. There will be a class you need to take that just says, hey, here's what it means to be a first-time home buyer. Freddie Mac will make you do that for the 1,200 bucks, but I assure you it's worth your time and it's good information anyway. And if you have questions about it, certainly reach out to the Mortgage Mark team. We are here to help any program, right? Whether it's Fannie, Freddie, or FHA, VA, USDA, any of those things, we're here to help. But don't leave free money on the table. If you got questions, reach out to us. And as always, when you think mortgage, think Mark.